Today's 1001st day. I'm here to lessons to learning how to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about transitions. Transitions in life. Transition in work, transition in business, transition in a lot of different things. And why is important this topic? Because a lot of times we go make a transition, maybe because we don't want to, but we have to. At some point we're stuck in one location. We're stuck in that one location because we're afraid of that transition. We're afraid of transitioning time, being in that limbo between two things. I think that the most successful people are the most successful in transitions. Because transition is an opportunity to grow, opportunity to move forward. Because, of course, you have heard that what got you in one place will not allow to get to somewhere else. That means you need to transition from one point to another to really get to the best position. And what do you need to do to really transition? Today we'll focus on what are the best things to really consider about transitioning to a new place. Because if you do not transition, if you stay where you are, you will stuck. You will not get the best results. And of course, we don't want you stuck. To have that jail of that doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. If you want different results, we need to take different actions. And there's a beautiful saying that if you want to have what you never had, you need to do what you never did. And if you want to do what you never did, you need to transition to start doing the things that you never did. But you need to be comfortable transitioning yourself from one location, from one thing to another. So number one, when you think about transitioning, is acknowledge and accept the change. Acknowledge, know that this is a transition. I am in transition mode. I never done that before. I'm supposed to be compassionate to myself. And recognize that you are transitioning. You're transitioning to something else. And of course, when you transition to something else, that means that there will be some kind of uncertainty, some kind of anxiety, maybe some kind of feelings that you potentially don't want to feel, but you're feeling it because that's a transition. That is normal. That's totally normal. This is part of transition. Of course, you want to make sure that understand that transition will be uncomfortable. But if you want to succeed, but of course there is a saying that you need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that is part of being in transition. Because you don't know how it will turn out yet. Number two is plan ahead. Plan ahead. We need to understand that we need to set clear goals. What you will do during transition and what you will do after transition. You have no idea because it's uncomfortable and it's unknown. But we need to set goals so that what you are seeking, because sometimes when you have a goal, you will need to choose, which pathway I'll be able to achieve that. But again, we need to understand that we're able to prepare. That means we're able to research. We're able to really make sure that we are at the best position possible to really make that transition in a good possible, the most possible way. Again, the research and preparing is very important. Now, I know that a lot of times people over prepare, over research, because we don't need only 40% information, because the most information you will get while doing it. But still, it's good to have some information that you don't make mistakes, easy mistakes that could be prevented by actually doing some kind of research. And of course, if we're able to create some kind of timeline, because every goal is supposed to be smart, so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timeline-based. So what kind of timelines do you have for different kind of milestones during transition is important as well. Number three is develop a support system. This is important. What is your support system? Support system could be people, could be family members, could be mentors, could be coaches, could be friends, could be amazing book as well. That means that you have a support system that actually works. Maybe some kind of audio that you love to listen when you do not feel at your highest. What are the support system for you? And need to seek that network that could be support you. And a lot of times when we in transition between maybe even friendships, that means you had a friend, but you felt that this friend maybe is not going where you want to go. Maybe it's that this friend doesn't have your vision. And how you transition out of that friendship and you're moving and trying to find another friend. That's another community that really connects where you're going. Now, this person could be an amazing person. It's a great person, but it just doesn't go where you go. And you're looking for people that really goes to where you want to go. So you're transitioning, and at that point, you might be feeling lonely. So what are the support systems in place that you can really take? And again, this is books are amazing, mentors are amazing. Just really finding it out that you in that limbo when you're transitioning, you have someone support you, and really sometimes professional help is the best thing that a person could do. Number 4 is stay flexible and adaptable. That means that when really in that transition, what's the most important part is that this is uncertain. Transition is uncertain. Because you transition, you're moving, you're stepping one step at a time, and you have no idea what that step will be. Of course, you have some idea, but you do not know what exactly will look like. So that means that we need to really stay flexible and adaptable, because if something will work not as planned, we'll be able to really adjust, pivot, move forward in a different way. And of course, when you are flexible, when you are adaptable, that builds confidence, and you know that no matter what will come into your way, you will be able to handle it. At the same time, we need to make sure that we develop skill sets like conflict resolution, problem solving skill sets, to make sure that if a problem does occur, you have problem solving skills, so that means you're able to overcome that anyway. Again, problem solving skills are building confidence, because you know that no matter what kind of problem will come to your way, you will be able to handle it. Number 5 is take care of yourself. This is very important. A lot of times during transition, people forget that I'm themselves. So like, I will move through this transition, and then I will take care of myself. I think that there is never supposed to be any urges that takes more time than priorities. And what is priority? Priority is health. Priority is health. Because there's no more. We need to understand that there is nothing in life more important than energy. Energy. That means that if you don't have energy, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much time you have, because you don't have energy to do anything. So we need to make sure that no matter what kind of transition we are doing, we take care of ourselves and invest in our healthy practices and healthy lifestyle. And at the same time, we need to make sure that we take care of our emotional and mental state. So that means you do some kind of meditation, stress, journaling, gratefulness meditation, practice. Like, what do you do to really take care of your mental and emotional state? Even reading, going to nature. Like, what is your way to really develop your and maintain your healthy state? Number 6 is reflect and learn. And it means that we're able to really look into past transitions. What kind of transitions did you made in the past? How did you made it? It was easy, it was difficult. What was the most difficult? What you struggled on? And now, because you reflect on the past transition, you're able to prepare even better for this transition. Because a lot of times, people who succeed the most make most transitions in life, because they transition from terrible to not that good, from not that good to good, then from good to pretty good, then make transition from pretty good to great, then from great they make transition to really great, and then from really great to expert. So that means that there's a lot of transitions, and it's sometimes that we're moving from a good to good as well. It's just a little bit better. So that means that we need to make a lot of transitions until we each reach that expert level. And then some people stop transitioning at some point. So that means that we need to really reflect on those transitions, that we could really move even faster rather than spending 5 months of transition, maybe able to make the transition in a couple of weeks. Because if you make that transition in a couple of weeks, that means you will be able to start making it a new transition faster as well. And of course, achieve that expertise level, the highest level, and fastest. And of course, keep journal. It just really allows you to see the patterns that you potentially going through during transitions. Number 7 is very important, is celebrate your milestones and achievements. Celebrate that you went through the transition. Celebrate every single milestone that you see. Acknowledge the progress, because without acknowledging the progress, it's very hard to really keep going forward, keep moving forward. So celebrate every single achievement, every single milestone. because that gives the most important resource in life, and that is energy. Energy to pursue the things that we want. Number 8 is stay positive and maintain perspective. Perspective is that this is transition. And if you never done something before, most likely will not be good, because a lot of times people have high expectations of the outcome without having high expectations of their effort. And that is the different things, because we need to really have high expectation of the effort. When you have high expectations of the effort, transition will be the best. But if you have high expectations of your outcome, sometimes you feel disappointed because you didn't pursue and didn't get the outcome that you wanted. But transition is for trying and failing and really figure out what's working, what's not working. And we need to really say that I have high expectation of my effort. And you're doing the right things to make sure that you're able to achieve the outcome that you want. And again, you need to really make sure that you have that visualize yourself to achieving things and keep the picture in your mind constantly. And this is why I'm doing. This is the reason behind I'm putting so much effort. And of course, every single time when we really fail, we need to look into what are the positive aspects of what I did. What are the positive aspects? So that means we throw out the negative, keep the positives, and keep moving forward. And the last one is that when we're transitioning, we need to develop a growth mindset. We need to see change and transition as opportunity to grow. And this is opportunity to grow every single time. Transition is one of the best way to grow, because a lot of times when you went for transition, we already grew and we start getting in that comfort zone, but we know exactly what to do, how to do it, and we're just doing all the time the same thing over and over and over again. And of course, sometimes there's a less opportunity to grow than in transition. And we're supposed to seek those transitions because we are growing through transition the most. And again, we need to understand that we are able to choose everything, even building a new skill. There are so many different things that we're able to develop through transition. And I hope that you very reflective of what kind of things you are transitioning right now. And if you find that you don't transition in your life anywhere, because there could be different things. We am transitioning in maybe the way how you eat, the way how you exercise, the way how you develop the skill set, the way maybe major life transition. Maybe you want to really move to a different career. Maybe you want to move from employee to a business owner. Like there's so many different transitions that you can think of. What kind of transition are you doing right now? And if you're not, it might be that you're slowing you down, because you are capable of much, much more if you're just willing to take action, if you're just willing to take that transition in your hands and moving forward. So I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.